Alrighty, I just want to show you again more evidence for the agency that's being disbanded. They are stalking as an agency where the fake sun is over me. This is Empire Place, where the entity has the fake sun as a matter of history. I've been documenting in the middle of the afternoon in this same position, and this agency is flying over me again after being at the Stereo City, following down the street and gang stalking, targeting with Omnitrans, and there's a history of Omnitrans targeting me with the City of Ontario. Doing so while the entity is stalking in the path, that impossible light, license 05919R3, I believe, substantially similar. They're all engaged in the same conduct. That's the agency that is the criminal pattern of conduct that's putting LORENZ away. LORENZ is highly unstable. LORENZ is a mentally ill domestic terrorist, and so is every one of the Ontario police. And the latest terrorist that you saw is D. Rodriguez, who engaged in a battery. He's going to federal prison. This is the pattern of conduct he was engaging in, and he's doing so in concert with the people of the state who are stalking. This is P.O.C. 6A KD 807, 9PXC 026, and they're all going to be subject to deportation. Every business is going to be subject to a criminal and civil prosecution. They're all conspiring murder together while they're targeting with the terrorist organization. License plate 7KYU305. This is stalking in the path, okay? This heavy-set demon is engaged in targeting me. She's doing so on behalf of the state under the fake sun is what supersedes. Getting onto the gang stalking venue of Omnitrans, as you know, is not any sort of alibi. Omnitrans is gang stalking as well. This is the P.O.C. Omnitrans employees are going to prison, as I've documented them targeting me for years. They're gang stalking me with thousands of people at a time on the roads and the highways, and they're also doing so while the entity is engaged in ambush conduct like I captured in the previous video, stalking by helicopters, stalking by that agency, criminal summoning, and Omnitrans molesting and terrorizing, harassing with impossible light, targeting through the demon-possessed drivers, targeting me with Pomona police, targeting me with Fontana police, targeting me with Ontario police. The Omnitrans employees are subject to federal prison in the same way that every other gang stalker is. This is P.O.C. This is the entity that's keeping the fake sun over me. This is going on the record because there are many prosecutions that are occurring. P.O.C. It is currently, by the way, 9:51 a.m. This is light activity by a demon. This is mental illness. This is sad. This is sad. This is the mental illness, though. And they're stalked with impossible light. PG036, handicap. Her handicap is that she's a demon. Okay? This is P.O.C. That's mental illness. And their mental illness is shared by the Ontario Police Department. They are being disbanded. And this is exposing them, their mental illness, based on their practice of witchcraft. That's why they have this mentally ill behavior. They're going to be disbanded, and this is calling for martial law. This is exactly what this is the basis of, martial law. This is criminal summoning, P.O.C. Stalking in the past. 8DTB837, they're targeting together. That's a psychopath. It's under the fake sun. This is P.O.C. That's Mike LORENZ. He's going to be subject to mental examinations. D. Rodriguez is going to federal prison. And this is the pattern of conduct. This has no place over the Ontario Town Square. The fake sun's over the Ontario Town Square where they're stalking, sounding their sirens, engaging in what is keeping the fake sun over the Ontario Town Square. Yeah, that's the pattern of conduct. They're being disbanded, and they're going to prison for conspiring my murder and stalking in police vehicles, wearing guns on their waists, bearing badges, making false and malicious accusations. They're going to prison. They like to keep my vagina under surveillance. They're sex offenders. Vehicle 1113, let me show you the fake sun that this demon is stalking under, because it's right here. This is P.O.C. All right, the mentally ill, this is calling for what is going to be martial law. There will be no police department in the City of Ontario, and martial law is called for where this lawlessness and this disorderly conduct is the cause of Mike LORENZ and Derek Williams. That's why they're going to prison, but this is also calling for what is necessary martial law, the lawlessness of the people of the state. P.O.C.